The key message of Heart of Relating is that we are all so much more than our ego, than our conditioning, than our persona, the identity that we generally think of as ourselves. If we want fulfilling relationships, I believe we have to ask the question, who am I? Who is it that I'm speaking from? It's not a question that we often ask. So this book is about coming from that place. And it answers the question, how can I communicate from my essential self? The subtitle of Heart of Relating is Communication Beyond Ego. And the chapter that's called Ego Watch is absolutely vital to this book. And I'm going to use that chapter, week 7, to explain the 4-page layout which goes throughout the whole book. So on the first page, in this case, Ego Watch, identifying ego antics, there is an opportunity which tells you what you will learn from engaging with this chapter. In this case, to learn to recognize the antics of the ego and to free ourselves from the complications it creates in communication. And then there is a quote. So the quote on this page is, the stronger the ego, the stronger the sense of separateness between people. The end of the ego is the disidentification of consciousness from form. And that's Eckhart Tolle. So on the second page, we simply have a clear page about the teachings. So about the ego, what is the ego? So the third page is something that engages the right brain. It's something creative. So it's a story or a poem, or in this case, it's actually something practical. It's making something. And in this case, we make an egometer. Here is the egometer I made earlier. And this is about how you can gauge where your ego is at. So you make it, and during the week's practice, you use this egometer to see whether you're centered or whether you're making yourself better than or less than other people. And the 4th page of each chapter is a practice page. So that gives exercises, exercises to do with your journal at the beginning of the week, and also something that you then are observing for the whole week in your behavior. So in this case, it's watching what your ego is doing all week and using that egometer. Heart of Relating is a hologram of 52 facets of conscious relating. It can be read straight through, it can be used as a resource, or it can be used as it was designed, which is as a 52-week course. It's designed so that it can be used by individuals, by couples, or by groups, and there are really clear guidelines in the book as to how to use it in each of those ways. Whether you're doing it in a couple or in a group, you still need to do the practice individually. At the beginning of the week, you will spend about 40 minutes or so with the journal, reading 1 week, the 4 pages very carefully, and then doing some kind of exercise in the journal. Then during the week, there will be something that's set. So you'll be observing during the week whatever this particular component is of communication. Then at the end of the week, you'll be writing what you've learned in your journal, and if you're in a couple or a group, that's when you meet together at the end of your practice week. So you've done your learning and you come together with others to share and to expand on your knowledge. If you are doing this course with others, you have the opportunity to enhance your relationship with all the others with whom you're sharing.